Hey everybody, Crossman625 here. Ignore the Minecraft gameplay, it's just there to give you something to look at while I talk, or tab out and listen to me in the background. I don't care which one you want to do. But I wrote an article up on Subpar Gamers the other day talking about all the new consoles coming out this year, 2013. Not just the PlayStation 4 or the Xbox 720, which are rumored to come out at the holiday season of this year, if not the beginning of next year. But I want to talk about all the Android-based consoles that are coming out and all the other devices too. Because believe it or not, there are at least six different consoles coming out this year. I mean, that's just phenomenal. I mean, at the most, we usually get two, Xbox and PlayStation. But now there's like 7 consoles coming out. And these are all kind of sub-consoles, not really big AAA consoles. They're new, innovative Android consoles, something that we've never seen before. They're inexpensive, they run mobile games, they're small in size, and they're cheap on the pocket. For example, let's talk about the Ouya, which came on the scene as a Kickstarter saying that we'll give you an at-home gaming console for your big screen for only $100. This is a huge price difference from what we're used to paying. We're used to paying $300, $400, $500, $600 for a console. And they say, hey, we'll give you a console for $100. It'll run on the Android platform. It'll be open source, easy to develop, no publishing fees, just a simple, 70-30 split between the developers. But it's really inexpensive and it's easier to develop for than say a PlayStation 3 or a PlayStation 4 or what have you, that it will be kind of the indie game console. So it'll be a lot more indie game friendly and it'll be easier to get indie developers out there into the living room, such as all your mobile apps that can be ported over semi-easily to the Ouya. And it was just like everybody just wanted it because we're so thirsty for a new console that, Kickstarter came out, $100, we seen that, looked promising, hopped on it. I almost hopped on it myself, but then I realized that in the end I won't play it as much as my PlayStation 3, I won't play it as much as my PlayStation 4 when I get that, because I will be getting that. But it's just, mobile games are meant to stay on the mobile phone and the tablet. I don't see myself playing it on the big screen, even with Jetpack Joyride on the PS3. I haven't even downloaded it even though it's free, because it's just not appealing. It's a PlayStation 3. I can play a lot more on it than, say, Jetpack Joyride. No offense to Jetpack Joyride, but that's kind of like a time killer. I don't see myself sitting there playing it for hours on it, and I'll start it up, play it, and then get off of it in a matter of 5 minutes. So that's my problem with the Ouya and just any Android console in general. And then just recently, a new Android console came up, which is called the GameStick, which is more focused towards a portable gaming console, and at an even cheaper price point than $100 at only $80. So this console will run you $79, and it's kind of the same concept as the Ouya, but it is basically, the console is a flash drive essentially. You plug it in your TV, you plug your HDMI in there, and you're good to go. It plays the HD games. But like I said about the Ouya, is that it runs off Android, and that the games on it are most likely going to be just simple time killer apps that you'd rather kill on your phone if you're on the bus or something, or waiting for your car to get fixed at the shop, than actually wanting to sit down and play it when you have a powerhouse console next to it. One of the unique things about the GameStick, like I said, is that it is a flash drive. The console is a flash drive, so that you can just unplug the flash drive from your television, and it actually slides into the bottom of the controller, and you can just throw the controller in your pocket. Controller kind of looks like it's a rectangle basic controller, kind of like the NES style, but with analog sticks. And now for probably the most impressive Android-based console, and the most recently announced, which was announced at CES 2013, is NVIDIA's Project Shield, which is essentially an Xbox 360 controller with a screen mounted on the top that flips up. Now, the analog sticks are in the center like a PlayStation controller, but it does have a 5-inch 720p multi-touch display on the top of it. So it's basically like the ultimate portable gaming device, I guess you would say. I mean, it is portable, but it's like carrying around an Xbox controller with you, which is kind of bulky, as opposed to a PlayStation Vita, which is still kind of big, or a PSP or a 3DS or something of that nature. But this one has the most powerhouse out of the three, I believe. Not sure about the Vita, actually, but it is one of the most impressive ones because it is actually probably the most comfortable to play, because it is actually a full-size controller instead of some mock-up screen in the center of a controller like the Vita. Some of the unique features of this console are that it does run on generic Android 4.2, I believe, Jelly Bean, and that it has the capability of plugging it into your TV. So keep in mind that the controller is the console, but it has an HDMI port in the back, so you can plug it into your television, play it on the big screen. Or if you have a PC running a game, say Steam, or say, for example, one of the examples given was Need for Speed Most Wanted, you can actually run the Need for Speed Most Wanted on your computer and stream it to your display on your controller via Wi-Fi, similar to that how Remote Play on PS3 should work, but it doesn't on all games. Ouch, that was a burn right there, in case you didn't catch that. So, like I said, no price point as of yet, set to come out in Q2 of 2013. Something to look forward to. I'm guessing it's going to be on the bit more expensive side, more than $100, probably around $200 to $300 is my opinion about it. It is going to have the ability to play PC games via streaming, like I said. Also, it'll play Tegra Zone games, and any Google Play apps or games will be able to be played on this device. So everything on the Google Play Store out there right now will be available at the time of launch for this device. And the last console I wanted to talk about was the Steam Box. This is probably the most impressive, the most competitive towards the Xbox 720 or the PlayStation 4. It is not an Android-based console. It is an actual PC/console. My assumption is that it's going to be basically a gaming PC in a fancy console case. For those who haven't seen it yet, there is something similar to it. It's a modular computer, that is the X7A, or codenamed the Piston, which was shown off at CES 2013. That is not actually the Steam Box, but it is going to be something similar to that, we believe, or I believe it has been said. I'm not really sure, don't hold me to that, but it will be something similar to that, so not too much on that. It is going to be coming out in 2013. No price yet, but that is going to be definitely the most competitive towards PlayStation 4 or the Xbox 720. It's going to kind of bridge the gap between the console gamers and the PC gamers. Also, the Steam Box will be running on New Steam's Big Picture client, which is developed for the controller for the living room. Alright guys, that's all I had to say about all these new consoles. Like I said, there is a ton of new consoles coming out this year, but in the end, it all comes down to what you can afford. I mean, for me, I will be getting the PS4 regardless of how much it costs, just because I am dedicated to it and I've developed my career and stats on the PlayStation side. All my trophies and achievements, whatever you want to call them, are on the PlayStation side. So I will be getting the PlayStation 4. Probably not any other console. The Android consoles, like I said, they do seem like a bit of, if you can't afford it, if you can't afford the big boys, you're going to have to go down to get those. No offense to anybody who's buying those who likes those, but that's just my take on it, because it seems like it's going to be more social, casual gaming than actual big AAA title gaming. Now, I know that there are some big companies trying to go towards the little consoles also, but we'll just see how that works out. Only time will tell about that. So, thank you guys for watching. If you want to go check out the full written article I did over on subpargamers.com, link will be down below, first link. Check that out. Let me know in the comments here or on that article what you think, and if you bought one of these, or if you've pre-ordered one of these, or what you plan on buying. I want to know your guys' opinion on this, because it is intriguing to me, because there's just so many consoles coming out this year. So thank you guys for watching, and as always, have a nice day.